Let's start with 2 grand pliés in second, 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8, parallel stretch in the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8, demi and stretch and the demi and stretch, roll through your feet. Grand and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, forward and 6 and the 7 and the 8, 2 grands, 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. Let's go to the bar and debate the second time. Into your fifth, demi and stretch, roll through your feet. Grand plié 2 and the 3 and the 4, up and over back. Feel your balance in fifth, and that is all it is. And here we go. Relax your inner thighs and the bottom. Relax your feet and your ankles. Roll through 5. Grand plié. To the bar and debate this time, and open long arms. Feel that back heel squeezing forward. Roll through. Grand plié and long waist, even shoulders, relax your chest. Feel your balance in that fifth. Take your time. Feel your structure. And relax. Alright, here we go. To the other side, please. And was quite a draft there in Wichita. Was it a tornado coming through Kansas?
Dorothy, Toto, all of it.
Maybe you should switch to red shoes. Let's go flat and a half and a flat and a full and a flat and plie through your foot and a close and a flat. Half and a flat and a full flat and plie through your foot and a close and a one and a two and three and a four, five and a six and a seven and a eight, one and a two and a three and a four, five and a six and a seven and a eight, reverse flat, half point, flat, full point, flat, plie through your foot, close to the side and to the front, flex back, flex side. Let's roll through in second position, and that is it. And here we go. Again, flat, straight knees, no bend both knees. Roll through your foot. Stretch and close and side. Stay in plie just a tad longer. There we go. Inside front flex. Careful, make sure that your toes lead. Heel forward, close and to the other side, please. And
So when you're just doing your toes, no, yeah, from here.
Yes.
If I just do this, it kind of moves here.
Right.
But if I go out more, it doesn't. Is that what you're
Yes, you do
suggesting?
want to extend your toes away from your standing leg and away from your center so you do not have that problem of going backward with it. Because, we have always two choices. Because our leg is getting longer and the floor isn't going to go anywhere, we have this choice or this choice and extending your toes away from you to maintain the structure of your hips. Is that making sense?
And
It's
then
more
just
evident
pull
when
your
you go to
toes
the side.
back.
It's either this or it is this because there is no other way of doing it while maintaining your axis right where it needs to be instead of starting to shift right over here.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You are most welcome. One and the two and the three and the four and the tom. Do your heel here this one more time and the toes and the close and the side and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8 and the back and the 2, 3 and the 4. Tom, do heel away from your center and 2 to the front, 2 to the side, 2 to the back. Baby plie and stretch. 4 and the 3 and the 2 and the 1. Tom, do heel down, extend it away from you, try to stay where you are. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. Front and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 away from you. 2 to the back, 2 to the side, 2 to the front. Roll through in first this time. Feel your balance right there. Are we good? Here we go. And away from your center. That's it. And it's all about minimizing the amount of shifting in your hips. Behind two legs. Stay there. That's it. Two front. Two side. Reverse it. Really feel your standing leg when you extend it away from your center. And 1. Roll through at first. And relax when you're ready. Alright, here we go. To the other side, please. And already try to feel that fourth right before you stretch your toes. fifth and the fifth and the fifth and the fifth and the five and the six and the seven, back and the two and the three, one to the front, encore, three and the eight, side and the two and the three, one inside and again front and side and the back and the side and the front, demi plie this time, again feel that push away from your center, plie, stretch, close, 4, 3 and 1, 3, encore, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, front and the side and the back, side and the 2 and the 3, change on 4 one more time, however these are 4 encore, tendu and plié and tendu and plié and tendu and plié, stretch, just close, we'll take the left after. So 3 and 1, then 3 encore. 3 front, 1 back, 3 encore to plié. The same from the back. The same to the side with 4 encore. Tendu front, plié fourth, second, plié second, back, plié fourth, stretch and close. Reverse, stay where you are. And here we go. I really feel that push away from your center out of your pliés into these demi-ronds. Here we go. Simple front and the 2 and the piqué and the close and the back and the 2 and the piqué and the close and the side and the 2 and the piqué and the close. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, close and the back and the 2 and the piqué. Front and the 2 and the piqué. Side and the 2 and the piqué. 1, 2, 3, already close soutenu and the 1 and the 2 piqué. Back and the 2 piqué. Side and the 2 piqué. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, close, 1 and the 2 and the piqué. Side, front and the 2 and the piqué, side and the 2 and the 3 and the piqué, just 1, 2, 3, close, fifth, back, soutenu, other side. And here we go, these balance bars are fairly quick, just so you know. And here we go. Oh. Again, away from your center, especially not peaking. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, close. 1. Too close. To the other side. 1. And finish. All Let's go 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Passé and flat and the close. 1 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Passé relevé fifth. 3 on the outside, 1 on the inside, 2 outside, 2 inside, 1 in the 1 and the 1. This one closes fifth back. Passé and flat the first time. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the change and the 2 and 2. Change each. Last one closes fifth. Front, passé relevé. You just can stay there. We'll go to the left afterward. 3 and 1, 2 and 2, 1 and 1. Close. The last one closes in fifth for your passé.
From the front, the last of those 4 closes in back. So the passé is in front?
Yes, correct. And then close fifth position back to reverse it from there. And here we go. Quick toes. Once again, you have to extend your toes away from your center to make all of this stuff work. And here we go. 2, 3. 2. 1 and 1. Close, passé. Close fifth. 1, 2, 3. Change. 2, 2. 1, 1. Hold on a sec. let's start the other side clean. Yes, there was a port bra. And it's always the same one. So Jane, you don't have to worry about alternating port bras.
Oh, okay.
It's always the same.
And technically, is the port bra on all 4 counts, or just the 3 on the outside?
No, it's always all 4 counts. So it's a 4 count port bra all the way through. 3 times. A 4 count port bra, even so your toes are doing something different down there. Is that making sense, Greg?
And it never reverses.
It only reverses when you're reversing the combination.
Oh, okay.
But then it stays.
Yes, and then you go 3 times in the reverse before you take your passé relevé. Here we go. And 1 and 1. And close, passé, close. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay going. Make sure you keep your wrists strong, little fingers in. And finish. That was interesting. Is there something bothering you, Greg?
Well, I just kept walking away from the bar.
Oh.
So I. It was just awkward. That's all right.
That's okay.
It was
Sometimes
better the second time. But
yes, sometimes awkward is good. And yes, it would slightly go away from the bar because you're closing your first one in fifth back.
yeah.
So that
Well,
takes you slightly away from the bar.
don't you close it in front so that you can Passe in back first.
No, the first one passes in front and closes back.
Oh,
The
well,
second one
maybe that's
goes
why I was walking away from the bar,
probably.
because I started further away.
Then you went twice the same way, and then yes, of
Yeah.
course,
Okay. All right. So now
the bar will migrate away from you. We could do it
yeah.
one more time if you like. I can see
Yeah.
Jane is still puzzling over the arms, and it's short enough. And really just push down. Feel your axis right between your legs. And extend your legs away from your center rather than shifting right and left constantly. Okay, here we go one more time for posterity. And close fifth back. Close fifth front. It was the wrong leg for your passé, just saying. Stable wrists. Bring your little finger in, destination forward. That was a little bit better. Okay.
Well.
Yes.
Yeah, I just didn't get the right closing.
It would be scary if it were perfect, Greg. There would be nothing more to look forward to. That would be horrifying.
Well, no chance of that.
Let's go plie 45 to attitude to passé and close. 45 to attitude to passé and close. 45 to attitude to passé relevé. 2 temps liés. Wrongs and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. Forward and 2 and the 3. Let's have a temps lié up and over back. Temps lié demi-rond, so you can go back and attitude and passé. Front and feel that attitude before your passé. One more time back to attitude and passé relevé. Forward and back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up and over back. Sorry, stop sideways, so you can go to the bar. Temps lié, away from the bar. Temps lié, then stretch. So the first time we're going forward and back, the second time we're going side to side with temps liés in between. Brush 45 plié, stretch, attitude, to passé and close. The same to the back. One more time to the front. To passé relevé, temps lié, back and forward. 8 ronds de jambes, port de bras forward, temps lié, up and over back, temps lié. Demi-rond to close and fifth back. Ready to go from the back. That's it. Ditto inside front, one more time back. This time up to relevé, temps lié, forward and back. 8 ronds. Stop à la seconde to the bar, temps lié, away from the bar. Temps lié, stretch. Okay. And here we go. Feel your attitude. Feel your passé. Close your fifth, super tight. To the back. This is again brushing away from the center. Did it to the front one more time. Front. And a 1. And a 2. Rise. Open. Open your chest. Open your knees. Open your hips. Rond de jambes and 1. comes back.
I'm coming, I'm sorry.
Okay. We'll give you that much. Here we go. And left side, please. Feel that fifth for a second before you start anew. Nice. Plié, we just did this. Plié to attitude front and plié attitude side, plié attitude back, stretch balance. One. Plié attitude and plié attitude and plié attitude and the stretch balance. One more time and the attitude bend, stretch, bend, stretch, stretch and the balance. One more balance up to your releve. Close. Reverse. Plié attitude side. Attitude front, attitude stretch. Balance first, started to the front. Plié attitude, stretch. Balance work, plié attitude, stretch. Balance work, one more balance work up to your releve. Stay there. We'll go to the left after. Is it making sense? It's the same coordination we just did in the range.
The plie is with the straight leg
And then the attitude is with a straight standing leg, exactly. So basically you're switching your pliés from one leg to the other constantly. Ideally with hitting the same angles in both.
Sorry, Alex. So it's front, side, back. balançoire, then
Stretch
back
and
straight.
yes, correct. Stretch one balançoire, then start the same thing to the back. One balançoire started one more time to the front. Have your balançoire twice, so your first balance happens in arabesque, 45 degrees. Then you reverse it. Right. And it's nice and short and small, so very low. And here we go. And please. And one. Plie, stretch, and plie, stretch, and plie, stretch, and stretch. Balance
Oh.
one. Yeah, that is what I mean with nice and short and small. So there's very little action going on. Keep it as crisp as possible. Here we go. And plie, stretch, plie, stretch, plie, stretch, stretch through one. That's it. Make sure you adjust your plies to the rhythm of the music and relevate. Close your fifth down and stretch. Nice and small. Feel your diagonals every time you stretch your legs. And just stay right there. And relax. If that feels too fast, you're plieing too much. So less chain, less in your standing leg, less in your attitude leg as well. So almost think like it's a half a plie. Right. Yeah, so it's very, very little action. And once again, feel like your legs are separating when you're taking your attitude. Okay, here we go. Left side, please. And go. Careful with your coordination. Start with plie. And relevate. Brush two plie and two plie and two plie. There we go. Brush two plie. And relax. That was an interesting exercise. I know. Can you imagine if we had more than two legs? Let's go fondue to the front releve, fondue to the back releve. Circle pour the bras 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. Double fondue and the releve, double fondue and the releve. Circle pour the bras and the 4, 5 and the 6. Fondue front and the stay, fondue back and the stay. Circular pour the bras. Double fondue to the side. One more double fondue to the side. They are relatively slow. Circular pour the bras away from the bar, certainly to the other side. Fondue front, fondue back, circular. Double fondue side twice. Circular pour the bras and certainly.
Away from the bar.
Yes, the second time, that's right. But you're still in fifth position front, so you can certainly easily from there.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. Nice, beautifully articulated, not too high fondues. Feel your balances away from your center again before you close your fifth. One. And to the back, nice and square. close fifth, circular port de bras away from the borders, turn. And soutenu to the other side. And circle. Again, feel it away from your center. Explore where your axis really lives. And two. And one. Okay. Jane, did Zoka get hold of your microwave button again?
I don't know what that was. It wasn't the microwave.
Yeah, you were frozen there for a while, but in a
Yeah,
quite
the music
beautiful,
stopped.
Alice composition. So you may just enjoy it. You can save it for your scroll.
Let's clip that one.
It was the longest Alice on the planet. Okay. Let's have that frappe again from yesterday. Front and the front and the front and the plie, half turn, tombe, forward, step back and the two. At least I think that's what we did yesterday. Half turn on the down, tombe back, step forward and the side and the two and the three and the four, fouilleté on the or. Front and step back, encore twice from the back. 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. You're ready to reverse it on the other side. Plie on the down, heel forward. Front and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Plie, follow your leg. Side and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Plie, heel forward on the down. And we always have these combis. I was just lazy showing. Front and the side and the back and the side and the front and the side and the back and the side. If you like to give yourself a balance à la seconde, since Jane just showed us how long one can hold it. Okay. And remember, we wanted to focus always on the beginning of your rotation. Feel that quarter rotation, let the other quarter follow that, rather than trying to yank yourself around from one side to the other. Which might also help your closing arm to join the other one in a civilized position. All right, here we go. Plie, fil en face. Tombe forward, step back, 1. Feel facing the bar. Tombe. Side. Again, fil en face. And back. Make sure you're not faking the strikes. That's it. And over. On the down fouilleté, that has been correct. Encore front, side, back. Again, front, side, back. There's no soutenu plié à la seconde. Oh, Jane, you were so right, and then you got corrupted. Here we go. And relax. All right. We are so in sync with each other. Gregg, your last fouilleté was on the down, not on the or. You are extremely consistent. You did exactly the same mistake yesterday. Yeah, that last one from the side. Heel forward, on the down to arabesque and tombe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Left side, please. And balance. Here we go, start it back, 2. Heel forward on the dome. Follow your toes on the way. Heel forward on the dome again. Turn B, there we go, encore twice. And classic on balance after that. Classic on balance after that. And relax when you're ready. Alright, almost. That was very interesting. Let's have relevant not too high. 1 pas de cheval. Then développé 6, 7, and 8. Brush and close. Cheval and close. Développé 6, 7, and 8. Brush and close. Cheval and close. Let's leave it arm alone. Now take it 5 and 6, 7, and 8. Plie to the front. Take it through to the back. Close 5th, soutenu. Brush and close, cheval to your 5th, développé from there. Did it to the back, did it to the side. Brush plie 45 to relevé, see if you can keep your knee in place. Take it through coupé to arabesque, close 5th and soutenu. And that is just 45 degrees there. So push away from your center. Push down into 5th, then take your développé. Okay, and here we go. And brush, and close, and cheval, and close, développé 5. For your attitude and transit. 2 legs, 2 arms active, long ways to the back. 1. Let your toes decide where they need to go in relationship to your knee. Brush 45 plie. Either let go or not. Make sure the knee stays, feel that attitude. And take it through. And don't forget your soutenu in the end. Good. 1. Very valiant struggle. And 1. Let's go cloches and 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. 2 combattements to the front, 2 combattements to the back, 2 combattements to the side. Don't change your first one. 1 to the front, 1 to the side, 1 to the back. Cloche and the stretch and the close to me. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. 2 combattements to the front, 2 combattements to the back, 2 to the side. First one doesn't change. 1 to the front, 1 to the side, 1 to the back, 1 more front, 1 more back. Stretch up to Ballet fifth. Soutenu. Starting with 8 cloches. 2 front, 2 back, 2 side, 1 inside front, 1 outside side, 1 inside back. 2 more cloches, stretch and close. Here we go. And cloches, 2 front, 2 to the back, 2 to the side. First one doesn't change. 1 inside front, 1 outside side, 1 inside back. 2 more cloches. Stretch, soutenu to the other side. We go flush. Yourself a nice stretch before we come to the center. All right. Jane, thank you so much for giving me an agenda today. One and the heel and the two and the heel and the three and the heel and the four and the heel and the one and the close and the two and the close and the three and the close and the four and the close. Plié to coupe. One and the two and the three and the four, five and the six and the seven and eight. This is the coordination made in orange. One and the two attitude and the four to coupe and the six and the seven and the eight. Do the same thing to the side. One and the two, see how much you can keep your hips in place, and the seven and eight. One close front, one close back, keep closing front and back. Demi-plié and the attitude and the coupe tanglié. Demi-plié and the attitude and the coupe. Let's go chassé forward, that gets us to the other side. And you're ready for the other side. Tendu heel, back, heel, front, heel, back, heel, tendu left, 4 times. Demi-plié, attitude to coupe, relevé. Tendu forward, same thing to the back. Attitude to the back. Now we're starting the whole thing to the side. One and the heel and the two and the heel, so it's either that or that. 4. Close front, close back, keep closing front and back. Plié, attitude, coupe, relevé, tendu. Plié, attitude, coupe, relevé, chassé forward to switch side. Is that sequentially making sense? All right, let's give this one mark. Giving us a break, which is really nice of him, before we go to the other side. So this is really about pure placement. And here we go. Shifting can you do and tendu close. Same thing as before. Brush plié 45. Feel your attitude. Feel your coupe relevé. And forward. Try to relevé with your coupe, not after your coupe. With your coupe relevé. There we go. Temps lié. Back and the side. Under you. Demi-plié attitude. Now coupe. And a one. And relax for a sec. A little bit more away from you when you go just to your second positions, especially, Jane. Instead of right, I call it the drunken sailor syndrome. That one. Right. Brush your toes away from your center instead. There. And now return to exactly where you came from. So there's actually a little brushing action going on there. It's not just stretching your toes. Right. Correct. Now your hips can stay in place. And the same thing we want to feel to the front and to the back as well. Because these are also our assemblies. And by extension, our glissades and everything else that brushes from fifth. Here we go. Left side, please. And we'll bring that one back tomorrow.
Especially in second, I have a hard time.
Right, right. You generally have a slight issue placing yourself in second position and
Yeah.
anything that goes to the side,
Yeah.
which also is related to coupés and passés, which is also always to the side. So we are peeling back the layers. But what is also really important is not to bend your knee too far when you take that attitude. Yeah, so you really want to feel it like a round line and make sure it stays in front of your hip. So it's almost like the sole of your shoe is coming forward as you're attituding. Yeah. So from there, now your knee is in the place where it needs to be to get you stable for your coupé. And in this kind of a path, you cannot cheat. That is the nice thing about it. It's easy to cheat from fifth, but not so easy from there.
Yeah.
Since you want to. Plié, attitude, stretch, effacé, tomber, pas de bruit. Plié, attitude, stretch, effacé, plié, pas de bruit. Développer, écarter. Développer, effacer. Couper, attitude, relever. Plier, pour le bras back. Stretch. Plier, attitude, stretch, relever, tomber, pas de bruit. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Plier, attitude, plier, couper to attitude, relever. Up and over back, hombre. Done. Huh. Are we sequentially in a marking shape?
Yeah.
Okay. Attitude stretch. Heel forward. So really try to be decisive as a coupe plié attitude while still controlling your relevé and the path of your heel over your toes. Any comments, complaints, concerns, questions?
The first écarté to the back goes which side?
Wonderful question. The first thing gets us to this side.
Okay.
The second thing gets us to that side. With your écarté, you're switching to the other side again.
Okay. All right.
Then you're switching to the other side again. So it's constantly we are switching croisés. with each of these things. Possibly detecting the difference between en dehors and en dedans in the process. Okay, let's give this a go and brush into plie. Feel your attitude croisé. Feel your effacé up. Relevé, tomber, pas de bourré, and down. Plié, attitude. Stretch, arabesque, heel forward, relevé, plié, relevé. There is no tomber edging. Equity back. Effacé front. Croisé, attitude, plié, relevé up. Cambré back. Stretch up to relevé, there's no more plié there. And one. Effacé front. And coupé attitude. Let's count this as our dress rehearsal, shall we? Quick, there's no additional plie. It goes plie straight, stretch attitude, stretch up to relevé. So there's no plie before the relevé effacé. Is that making sense?
So it's here.
Yes, then stretch.
And then here.
Keep stretching. Relevé from there.
So it's just
there and relevé, yes, correct. And then you have an easier time also pushing yourself forward. Jane, there is no tomber back after your arabesque. It's just melting into demi-plie, otherwise you're going to eventually fall out of your window. So it's plié attitude, stretch, arabesque, relevé, plié, pas de bourré. There you go. This way we are not running out of space. Now you know also which corner you're in, and you know to which corner you have to change for your next equity. And then for your next effacé and for your attitude. That's exactly right. Yeah, so really be very much aware of, after your arabesque, plié, pas de bourré, feel this fifth. So you know, aha, no, I'm going this way. And then all the other stuff is self-explanatory. Is that making sense? And you're both times starting with brush straight, stretch attitude, continue with relevé, both to the front and to the back.
We're brushing into plie, then straight. And
yes, correct. It's the same coordination we just did in our tendus and earlier in our rondages as well.
Yeah.
So we are still at the same stuff. All right. Shall we do this one more time? Be aware of your new directions each time. So really take them in focus-wise, rather than just turning your body and kind of losing where you actually are in the space, which is very, very easy to do. Okay, here we go. Attitude. Relevé already, just continue. Pas de bourré, brush, plié. Plié, now attitude stretch. Relevé. Plié, pas de bourré. Écoutez. Effacé. Plié, coupé, attitude, up and back. Aha. Yes, that's better. Plié, stretch, relevé, tomber. Same thing, plié, arabesque. Stretch, relevé, plié, pas de bourré. That's a little bit better. Écoutez. Aha. Effacé. Yeah, Jane, that could be that. There is one instance where you want to pop it. You don't want to get stuck in that coupé plie. You want to go down to immediately go up. Otherwise, it's like being outside the dentist's office. Should I go in? Shouldn't I? Should I go in?
Yeah,
Shouldn't I?
I'm just so unstable before I even get there. So that does not help.
That is probably because you're not quite taking advantage of your placement in fifth position after your next developing, after the first developing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you always want to back up by one. And that is where you need to be stable. You need to be stable in the fifth after your FSA front. Fifth.
Yeah.
Now it goes coupe open. If you're not stable in that fifth, then yeah, obviously you're going to be.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it becomes literally a pas de bourrée.
Yeah.
Okay. Chassé and plié and coupe turn to tenlié to fourth, pirouette on the or to fourth, chassé side, tenlié and the back and the fourth, on the down to fifth, soutenu. Forward and plié and coupe on the or tenlié, one more tenlié, plié, passé pirouette. Let's close that one in fifth, just to be nice to Gregg. Chassé side, tenlié, chassé back, prepare, on the down, close fifth, soutenu. Chassé, plié, coupé, en dehors to tenlié, one more tenlié, plié fourth, pirouette, close fifth. Chassé side, tenlié side, chassé back. Yep, chassé back. Yes, prepare en dedans. Pirouette en dedans, close fifth. Soutenu. Other side. Chassé forward. Coupé en dehors. Tenlié back in front. Plié, pirouette. Fifth. Fifth today. Chassé à la seconde, tenlié. Chassé back from there. First you have it tenlié there after your chassé quick. Nope. Yep. Chassé, tenlié. Yep, chassé back. But it's a chassé. It's a chassé back. Through first. Yes, through first, chassé back. All the way, stretch your front foot. Let's not be lazy. There we go. Now prepare fourth. Now on to fifth and soutenu. Yep. Is that making sense to the side? So we are going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, soutenu 7 and 8. So it's rocking the baby. Is that making sense? I see a lot of doubt.
I think I just got turned around on what side it goes to.
Okay.
So here,
There.
here.
No, chassé back. Chassé back. Keep going through and stretch your front foot. Now prepare. Right.
Okay.
Just don't eat that one.
Oh, okay.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Or we could give this a mark.
Yeah.
Starting with our right foot front. Portland, I see a lot of doubt. Are you good?
So we're starting to the left.
No, we are starting to the right. There is no reason starting to the left.
Okay, all right, okay.
Which means you're starting with your left foot in front, my bad.
Okay.
That's where we're in a misunderstanding. I got dyslexic with my big toe.
Okay.
All right. And here we go. Here we go. Easy fourth. Coupé en deux. Tomli. Pirouette to fifth. Chassé en face. Tomli. Chassé back. Chassé. Nope. The wrong chassé back there, Greg. You should be on the other side. As to not confuse chain. And forward. And plié and en deux. Tomli. Plié and en deux. Fifth. It's one chassé, one tendu. Now chassé back. Yes. Plié en dedans. Soutenu. That's it. Right. And you could have gone again. Is that making a little bit more sense there, Greg?
Yeah, I think so now.
Okay. I guess we should do this one more time.
Yeah.
How about a little less hesitation? Luscious abandonment without worry. Ooh, that would be a nice title for something, for some nice university piece. Okay, let's start with our right foot in front, left foot in front again. So here we go. And remember, there are nice fourth positions in between, or second positions, and nice and light and easy one. 1, 2, 3, 1. That's it. And the side. Tournier, chassé back. Heel forward again. 1, 2. Plié, soutenu. That's better than yesterday. Forward 1 and 2. And plié and coupé. Now tournier. Passé. Yes. And side. And 2, chassé back, 3, plié, and 5, yes, finish. All right, these turns were much better than yesterday, Craig. Okay, something is working good.
Well, that wasn't asking for much.
It still worked.
Okay.
All right. Fifth, fourth, fifth, second, fifth, changement 2 and 3 and 4, fourth and fifth and second and fifth, fifth, assemblée and the fifth, glissade, assemblée. Changement, fifth, assemblée and the fifth, glissade, assemblée, changement. Done. So I'm merging two things. 4 changements, 2 échappées. The same on the other side. Then we go changement, assemblée, glissade, assemblée, changement. The same on the other side. And yes, it might be another survival challenge, as you may have noticed. Are we good to give this a mark?
Yeah.
Okay. Easy. Fourth, second, fourth. Left. Done. Or you could go again, but I don't think you want to. questions?
Assemblée, changement, assemblée, changement.
Changement.
Restart,
Decide.
assemblée,
Assemblée,
changement.
changement. Ditto on the other side, changement, assembly. There you go. I would recommend to exhale every 4 counts. Are we good?
We'll see.
We'll see. That is exactly the right attitude. Use the floor, use gravity rather than fighting it. Here we go. And not bad, not bad, not bad. Yes, yes, yes. Now, if we could do exactly the same thing pointing our bottom foot, that would be spectacular.
Not asking for much. Sorry.
Not at all. So if you could feel that changement assembly sequence like you felt your changement échappé sequence, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it comes to the activity of both feet. Instead of all of a sudden putting more energy into one than into the other.
Right.
And now we really need that brushing away from our center business. So you stay on your axis and both legs can be agile both ways rather than being stuck on one. And now it becomes really, really difficult. And you're basically having to pump it in your standing leg. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're kind of brushing both feet away from each other to assemble them. Is that still making sense?
Mhm.
Are we good to try this one more time? One last time, just to put some hope into the equation. All right, here we go. So really try to feel both feet separating, especially for your assemblies. And that's better. Brush both feet. That was a valiant battle there, Jane. Good, good, good. Yes, the foot activity is getting there.
I felt it a tiny bit.
Right, right. I could tell. I
Not
could
on
tell.
the left.
Yeah, and we'll just keep on going with it. We'll just keep on
Yeah.
going with it. However, for today, thank you very much. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You
And I
too.
will
Thank
see
you.
you
See you
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Bye bye.
Bye.